Welcome to Biz Freedom Blueprint. On our second session, what we're going to cover is everything that you need to know about your customer in order to be successful in today's marketing age. Now, the question is, are you missing out on the conversation? In traditional marketing, the model is that it's a one-sided conversation with your customer. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to say something, and hopefully you're going to get a reaction of your customer coming into your company and making a purchase. Now, in order to get this reaction, what you need to do is you need to make a statement to attract your customer's attention. You need to make them an offer that you'll feel will attract their interest. And then you sit back and you pray that your customers understand the message that you're sending out and take the action that you want them to take. That they understand everything about your company that they need to know in order to make a purchase already, and that just by making that one single solitary offer, that they'll know what they need to do and take that action you want to take. Now the question is how many people out there actually know everything they need to know about your product in order to make an intelligent decision that they're going to be able to take action on that offer? Because you have to assume and you have to understand that your customers get between 3,000 to 5,000 of these messages a day. Now, how many of those messages do you think somebody can actually process? There's no way they can process all 3,000 to 5,000 of them. And what happens is your customers get to be in overwhelm, that they can't react because they don't know how to react, and they just procrastinate. So what we want to do is introduce the power of new marketing. And what that is that instead of just making a single statement, is to develop an understanding so that it becomes part of a conversation. You see, real marketing is learning to start a conversation and not just conduct a monologue. So with your customers and marketing overload, the only way to cut through the message is to gain their confidence and trust. And how you gain their confidence and trust is provide them with something that is of value to them. So do you know what is of value to your customers? You need to connect with them emotionally. They need to know that you have that concern for them so that they'll have that connection with you. And you must be able to speak their language. Like if I'm trying to, my target market is a teenager, I need to know how to speak that teenager's language. If it's somebody who is, I'm up in Canada and I'm dealing with somebody who is in the deep south in the U.S., we would have a different way to connect and to relate with things. So I need to know how to speak their language. Now, this is what you need to know in order to develop that relationship with your customers, to create that purchasing decision. You need to know their demographics. What is their age? What is their sex? Where do they live? What's their education level? Are they university graduates? Because they would deal with things a whole lot differently than, say, somebody who had never gone to college and just who went on to graduate high school, or even those who hadn't completed high school and just graded a job, or those who just went out and received their master's degree. You need to know that who they are is what they were when. That we are influenced greatly by the things that have happened to us in our past. So somebody who is in their 40s is somebody in the U.S. Has had a whole lot of different experiences to shape their who they are, as compared to, say, somebody who is raised in Amsterdam is only 20 years old. You need to know what their income level is, what their buying habits are. What do they do for entertainment? Do they have families? Do they go on vacations? Do they have a very small discretionary spending budget, or are they able to go out and enjoy finer things in life? You need to know where they tend to spend their money. What are their biggest goals? What are the things that keep them up at night and that drive them to go to work every day? What are the things that they would like to accomplish in their lives? Also, what are their biggest problems? What are the biggest things that are holding them back from living the lifestyle that they want? What are their biggest fears? As well as, what are the emotional triggers? Do they make purchases based on their ego, based on pride? Do they make purchases to avoid specific pains? Do they make purchases so that they feel like they're a better father? Or a better mother? what are the emotional triggers that create that purchase. Now, thank you for joining us for day 2 of our Business Freedom Blueprint. For more information on this topic, you really do want to order the advanced DVDs, because there's not a whole lot that we can cover in the short time that we're able to spend on the daily basis. And what we're going to cover in the advanced section of day 2 includes 4 critical lists that you need to create in order to know your customers and be able to create winning promotions every time, as well as essential market research tools to be able to help you discover more about your customer and to know them better than they know themselves.